Wootenpusher. So this track is one of the most special tracks on the album because the featured bassist on the track is actually also the engineer of my entire debut album, Ian Fate, and we call him Birdman. So actually on the track list on my album, it says featuring Birdman, and here's a little secret. If you click Birdman on the featured track in Spotify, it takes you to actually the rapper Birdman's page. So theoretically, I have a feature with Birdman, but we all call him Birdman. It's really Ian Fate. He's playing bass on the track. So it's special because he engineered my entire record, and he also played bass on other tracks such as Space featuring Jonathan Scales, Floating featuring Greg Sparrow, Fred featuring Gabriel Marin, and so many other tracks on my record where I had a MIDI bass, and he was like, I think it would sound cooler with regular bass. So he learned a lot of my kick drum hits and would sit there and just meticulously line up everything and make it perfect. So he's the featured artist on this track, the featured bassist. He engineered the entire album, which I'm re-releasing as singles for the entirety of 2023. And I'm doing that because something got a little messed up in the masters to give it a little hi-fi character to it, so I wanted to have a little bit of a deeper vibe now that I'm re-releasing it, a little louder, a little deeper, more modern, as well as there are a lot of tracks that are deep in the record, such as this one, that I believe actually got slept on. And I believe that it's a long album, 30 tracks is a long album, and a lot of these deeper tracks that I put my heart and soul into got slept on, unfortunately, because of the way the modern world works and the attention span. So I'm gonna re-release a lot of my favorites just as singles so that we can all appreciate them and digest them, and more music for everybody. It's really cool. So I get to give each track the amount of respect that it deserves. So here we are with Wootenpusher. The way this track was birthed is I heard two things that inspired me, two bassists. The first was this clip from Victor Wooten. And the second was this clip from Wootenpusher playing a song called Iambic Poetry 9. And so when I glued the bass parts together, that ended up sounding like this in GarageBand. And so hearing these two clips, these two little snippets of songs, not only are they in the same key, but they're kind of the same vibe of using harmonics and Wootenpusher's tapping. So I created this mega bass riff, which is so beautiful, still my favorite bass riff I've ever created, combining the two riffs into one. And that's why the song is actually called Wootenpusher. So I played it for Birdman, and he heard this, and he's like, bro, send this to me, I will learn it. And I'm like, dude, if you learn this, you're playing it on my album. And he learned it, got it nicely with the harmonics and everything. It was so cool. And so the cool part about Birdman getting to do that in the studio is he used one of these birthday gifts that we got for him, which is the newest OC pedal, because usually people use OC2s, but the OC5 just came out. And so we gifted him that for his birthday.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, shit! Let's go! That's actually dope. That's actually dope. Like he thought it was gonna be terrible.
He thought he was getting money or something.
Guys,
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And so he used that to get that deep gargly tone right when the beat drops. That deep gargly tone that. All on the OC5 pedal. So this track all around is just a very special track to me, and it's one of my favorites off the whole record because it's just such a beautiful, the pads that surround it, as well as that bell pattern that I added after I recorded the drum part. That part that glides and sings over the top that's matching that bell pattern I'm doing, that polyrhythm. That was added after I recorded the drums because I figured, why not glue another element together? So I'm very happy with the way the song came out. It's actually got a lot of attitude behind it, a lot of emphasis, and it embodies two of the greatest bass players of all time into one track and one bass line. And so it's very beautiful. I hope more bassists learn that bass line, and I hope that you guys enjoy that track. Thank you guys so much for streaming, and until the next episode, peace.